Those are the 10 tribes, which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Osea the king, whom Salmanasar, the king of Assyria, led away captive. And he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. But they took this counsel amongst themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen, and go forth into a farther country, where never mankind dwelt, that they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river. For the Most High then shone signs for them, and held still the flood, till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely, of a year and a half, and the same region is called Arsareth.
You know, according to an ex-congressman of these United States I heard give a lecture at the Chautauqua this winter, Indians is the lost tribe of Israel, but he won't admit it. Just ain't true. He was an ex-congressman of these United States, I tell you.
Oh, Papa, maybe he was mistaken.
No, he was not.
This is another piece. Block Hebrew, they said they'd never seen anything like it. Mainstream archaeologists at the time called this a hoax. But then in 1900, or just about after 1900, in Israel, they found the same block-style Hebrew writing. Mainstream archaeologists still dismiss the findings. They found it in Israel, and they found it in Ohio. But there was another stone that they found that they couldn't argue. This is the Bat Creek stone. It was found during the course of an official Smithsonian evacuation. The Smithsonian didn't understand the meaning of the writing on the stone. They thought it was Cherokee, since it came from Cherokee country. They didn't realize that it's actually Hebrew.
One afternoon, Marietta came upon the men, and it was lunchtime, and they were in a circle. And she wondered what they were doing, and she kind of walked up to them and said, "What are you men doing?" And of course, she's speaking Navajo at the time. And one of the men said, "Well, we're drawing." And she looked over, and she almost fainted, because the picture that they had been drawing, it was a layout of palm trees and elephants. There was Jerusalem, and she looked at the waters, and there was this big, massive ship they had made. And they're like, and she says, "Where on earth did you get this? I mean, you're drawing this. You've never been off the reservation." And they all looked at her, and they told her, "Of course, this is our story. This is what has been handed down. This is where we came from. We came from the East." When you think about the drawing that these men had, and then think about what my grandfather and the 12 men spoke about. And they, my grandfather said that they built a ship, and they came across the great waters, and it was tumultuous. And they came here to this land. They were in the East, and there was millions, eventually, millions and millions of Native Americans that were just covered this land.